welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well rested after the holidays. This will be my first video of 2022 and I am happy to be back and filming again. My first video will be a little presentation of a junk journal that I made during the month of January. I guess it's not in collaboration, but with the Dear Julie YouTube page. She always every month has a different challenge, and this right here is the criteria, the list of things that we have to include in the junk journal. She tells us how many elements we can use, what are free tools. She gives us different categories to choose from out of a list that she'll give us. But pretty much you're using junk to create a junk journal. Now keep in mind, this is the first one that I have ever completed. It was fun, but yet very challenging for my brain and for my hands at times. So, but I got it done. So no complaints. I learned a lot through this process. I've learned how to make different tags. I've learned how to do flip-flops with flaps, all kinds of unique things that Julie has us to do. I've also learned what not to do and what to improve on going forward when making a junk journal. So again, this is the first one. I'm not going to make this a very long video. I am going to quickly go through and show you my completed project, but I'm going to hold this up a little bit closer to the camera so you can see everything that she gave us, the elements and the items. We had to make it, take pictures of it, and then post it on a private Facebook group. And these here are the first 14 items that we had to complete. And then these are items 15 through 22. And as you can see, she gives us quite a few things that you have to do. So it's not something that I could complete overnight. Just like I said, it did take me the entire month to complete because there were days that I simply just did not feel like doing anything. My body was just tired, exhausted. But this right here is what I came up with. I hope you all can see it. This right here is the broken jewelry beads off a broken piece of jewelry. That was one of the requirements. That's not how I intended to use it. But when I went to cut it, me not thinking, the beads just flip-flopped everywhere. So I just ended up collecting the beads and just put them down there on my cover. So you can get a really good picture of what I completed. And I did use the Dear Julie. We did have to use one of her digitals. So the digitals pretty much throughout this journal will be her digitals. I did use several other digitals from other shops, Etsy shops. So I will try to put those down in the description box as well. And then this right here, we had to, on at least 5 pages, put some kind of trim. So this is how I use some of my fibers and some of my laces. Oops, I am so sorry. Well, here are some of the tags I made. And on each of the elements that she had us to create, you had to do 3 things to that element. So it could be where you used your distress inks, and I primarily used the Tim Holtz T-Dot throughout my journal. But you had to do 3 elements to it. I used a piece of scrap cloth that I got from Pearl Funds. This is something that she uses to wrap up like our cigar boxes, or she uses as filler, as packaging. And versus throwing it away, I have been keeping it, and I plan on using it to, and this is what it looks like, but it's in larger sheets when I get it from her. But I just cut it down to size, and it frays real pretty. And I'll be using that in other projects. I also added a bow and then a little piece of fabric to that. And then on some pieces, she had us to make our own stickers. So what I would do was take, like, for example, a sheet of words that I had printed out, for example. I would then get, like, my double-sided tape, not that one because that's too little, but like my double-sided tape, and run it down through the back of the sheet and make my stickers from that. I had never thought to do that before until this challenge. And then we made our own washi tape. And so on some of mine, I have my homemade washi tape that she had us to create. And this here is just another piece of fabric. I don't know where I got this from, but it was from one of the online sales. And I used that there because it was just little pieces of it. And then I put some lace down through there. And like I said, this is my first completed one. And I'm just going to quickly go through and show you the different elements. And it had to be 2 signatures, and it had to be 2 or more signatures, 80+ pages. And this definitely has the 80+ pages. And we had to have at least 5 tabs. So these are some of my tabs that and again, I just used some of that scrap fabric that Miss Pearl put in my box to wrap my stuff up with, and some old fabric, and some of my stickers I made. I believe it stuck to the page. Yes, it did. And then this right here was one of the pocket flip things that she had us to make, and I used some stamps that I had purchased, and I made that into a pocket there. And then you can see where I used some of my distress inks. There go another tag in there that I made using stickers and some of her digitals and washies. But this was a really good challenge for me. It definitely got my brain moving a lot, and I needed that. And this right here was my large tag with pocket, with a belly band, excuse me. Pages are sticking together with glue, but it's just a little mini tablet. Another one of my tabs. And then that's just a little flip there, another tab. And that's the 3rd tab for those that are counting. And then this right here was the double pocket. And that's the tag. Then you can also put stuff down through there. Another fabric flip, CD pocket. There you go. Hidden pocket right there, because that's a pocket. And then a lace trim on there. The coloring page. This right here was, I forget what she called it, what we had to do, but it was like an open flip. So that was that. But like I said, this was really fun. It was a learning experience for me, and anyone that knows me, I'm always loving to learn because it keeps your mind going. It keeps it active. Another tag. There's a little pocket there. Okay. And just a little ledger page. I don't want to tear it. There we go. And that's just a map, I believe. Dictionary pages on there, magazine page, and then a place back here for me to write on or to write on. And I think it turned out really cute, and you can definitely tell it's a beginner's journal. Yeah, you know, I knew that going in. Here's another tag, and I just thought that was really cute. And I wanted plenty of space to write because I enjoy writing. But if I had this to do again, I definitely would make the spine bigger. That way when it closes a little bit more, I guess. But yeah, and then I put fabric there, decorated it. There go my pocket. And then I made another pocket here. I need to put a tag in there. I got some more tags. And then I just decorated it a little bit. And this right here was a bridge tally card that I turned into a pocket on here. And I thought that went well because of the bird thing. And that's just another CD pocket. I need to decorate it, but it's definitely a pocket. I'll go back later on and decorate it, or I may stick, because I had some stickers and washi left and some of my vintage words left, so I'll probably go back and put some of that in there. Then this right here is my little matchbook that I made. And I made a little pocket to go there. And then I decorated the pocket. And this right here is some paper that I had bought at a sale from Shirley Wilson. She does the Blue Light in the Basement sales. So check out her YouTube channel. She should have a sale coming up, and her prices are awesome. And her handmade goodies, oh my gosh, were a big hit at Christmas time for those that I sent out Christmas stuff to. But I did get this paper from her. This tissue paper here, it came in a package that I had gotten from Amazon, from a seller on Amazon. Instead of using regular packing, you know, stuff, they used tissue paper, and they sent me so much of it. I said I was gonna keep it and use it, and that's how I came into using that. This card here, when I saw it on Keisha's Creation, Keisha has sales at the she calls it the marketplace, but her YouTube channel is Keisha's Creation. One of her sellers by the name of Angie Brown, she handmade this card a while back, and I had bought a couple of these cards from her, but it's made out of regular card stock. She put a word tag up there, and she used a napkin to decorate it, and I just thought that was so cute. I love nature related things. I love birds, so I bought this. But this right here is one of Angie's cards, and what I did was I left it as a journaling spot, but I glued it down, but I also made it into a tag spot. So using one of Dear Julie's digitals, I made a tag. And I just put a little fiber there, some words, some paper, and a dryer sheet. I had never thought to use a dryer sheet until I seen Dear Julie doing it in one of her videos, showing us, you know, ways that we could do. And I'm like, a dryer sheet? But yes, that is a dryer sheet, and that really came in handy throughout my project. And there go another one of my tags. So this right here, as you can see, is my first signature. So that's signature number 1. Okay, now we're going on to signature number 2. And there go my other matchbook right there, and I just decorated it. I used some lace, some buttons, and then some of my little trim. And she wanted us to make that, so there we have it. Yeah. And I'll fix that back later for the sake of time. Okay. And then this right here was just one of the cards, journaling cards that she had us made. And I used some more fabric from the cover. I just took what I had left from the cover and made a little ruffle trim. Used another one of her digitals. I used a napkin. I'm pretty sure you can tell that that's a napkin that I decoupaged on here. Made a little tag and used some seam bonding. And this right here, I don't know where I got this from, but it was, you know, in one of my little goodie packages. And then this was another little piece of scrap paper that I had from another project, and I just used it. And I glued all of this to the back of a bingo card. And that's another one of her images. And that's some kind of paper. I forget what paper that was. But it was just scraps of paper that I used. And the seam bonding that I used, I get it from an Etsy store. Hold on, because I love her seam bonding. I've had this for a minute, and I'm always getting it from her. Thank you so much for your repeat business. I cannot think of her name, but oh, it's right here, I think. My Scrap Cabin. Yeah, My Scrap Cabin. She has beautiful seam bonding. And like I said, I've had these bags here for a while, since I lived in North Carolina. But at any rate, the seam bonding that I used was from My Scrap, from My Scrap Cabin. But I love her seam bonding. And I just use little pieces of it. I'm very stingy with it, but I love her seam bonding. But you can find her on Etsy. There go another one of my tabs. And this reminded me kind of sort of like of bird food, so that's why I included that in there. That came from out of a recipe book, because that was one of the things that she wanted us to use, was a cookbook. So I just tore this out. I walked to the local library, and they had a cookbook in there. I don't have it close to my desk, but it was only 50 cents because it was a hardback book. And it had really nice images just like this one, so I got it. And I used it, and I'll be using it in the future going forward. This right here is just another bag. I could decorate it or leave it just like this, and I'm gonna leave it like that. And just put some things in there as I use this journal. I made a little side band. She wanted us to have a double pocket on it. Okay, let's see if I can pull it. There go one little tag there, a little mini cutie one. And then here go another one. And then as you can see, I used the newspaper, and I used my distress ink there, and some trim on the page to make this side tuck pocket, or whatever you want to call it. Then this right here was a larger tag that I made. This was some more of that scrap fabric that I had. And there go another piece of the dryer sheet. There go another one of my stickers. This right here was some ledger paper and some more ledger paper and a digital. I think this is one of Julie's digital, but I'm not sure. And then just a little journaling spot on the back. And then plus you got all of this to journal on too. Okay, hopefully I'm still in frame. And if I'm not, I apologize in advance. Okay, this right here is another pocket. I just used some again of the batting, I guess is what I'm gonna call it, that Miss Pearl Brown from YouTube, who does a lot of sales, used for packaging. So I just repurposed it and used it for a tab pull. And using Julie's digital, with her digital kit, which was a beautiful kit to work with. She has the envelopes already made for them. And then I just used another one of my stickers, Pray for Each Other, another piece of my fabric, and another piece of the dryer sheet there to decorate the pocket. And plus I used my distress ink. Whew, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. This right here is just another side tuck. I used some of the trim from right here that I had. This was the last little piece of that I had remaining, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I made it into like a little journaling card and put one of my stickers on there. Faith can move mountains, excuse me. And then just some more of my T-dot paper, and I love getting this paper also off of Etsy. She has really good sales and quantities, so I will link her down below because it escapes me, and I'm not doing that on purpose, but I promise you, my mind, I can't remember, but I will link her shop down below too. And this right here was another little envelope that comes in Julie's digital, and you see how cute that is. And I just stamped it up with my distress ink, put a little tag in there, right? And at this point, I was just using. Well, no, hold on, this is washi. This is part of my washi tape that I had made. I just covered up the sticker portion of it, but this right here is part of the washi that I had left over, because I was like, I can make that into a little journaling card. So that's what I did. I can't remember it all. And I apologize. I'm trying. Okay, then this right here was our ephemera holder that she had us to make, and let me pull it off because that is kind of heavy and I don't want it to tear the page. But this is the front of it. I used some more of my scrap fabric. I added a number cutout, a stamp, a little pull tab. I took part of that map that I had left over and put one of my stickers up here that says Faith. And then that's my first pocket there. And it has some little ledger paper that I glued just to kind of sort of decorate the inside. And then I put these little tags in there. I got these from Pearl Brown. Oops. Pearl Brown during one of her sales. She had a large spool of this that she was selling. She was just trying to, she's doing a de-stash, and she was trying to get rid of all of this stuff, but she was selling this whole big thing for $2. So I'm trying to use the things that I have as much as possible, because again, you know, it's a junk journal. And to try to use more of my stickers in here, on the back I put Eternity, Act Justly, Walk Humbly. So as you can tell, this is a faith-based journal. So, you know, that's why you see so much faith-type stuff. I got a pocket up here to put some tags or whatever I need to in there. I have this envelope where I can stuff some things down in there as well. I use my map that I had in the bird as a backdrop, and the idea here was if I had like larger tags or like larger journaling cards, I could just simply just lay them in here and shut it up. But at the same time, just so this side, this middle pocket is not going to waste. Ooh, I tore it, doggone it. It's a pocket right there. I'm gonna have to fix that, but it is a pocket right there. It is a vintage map, so it did tear. I'm gonna have to make that a little bit more secure. Here, again, this right here is it's a trifold, so it opens up, and I got a pocket right there as well. And this is a 9x12 envelope. And then right here, I put a pocket as well. This is the back of it. So I made that into a pocket again, so we're not wasting space. Decoupaged a little bit of my scraps. I tried to use up every little piece of whatever I may have had left over before throwing everything away that I knew at the end that I was not going to use. And then I put some more tags in here. Used some of my washi tape to decorate. And I used some more of the string that I had purchased from Miss Pearl. This tag on the back, journaling spot, says, bear one another's burdens. This one here says, love mercy. So this right here for me has been a really, really fun journal to create. Learn from my mistakes and enjoy the process, you know. And again, here goes some more of my washi that I had left over, some more of my stickers that I had left over. And as you can see, double-sided tape on the back of it. You know, some of them I was trying to make into journaling little cards, so the washi wouldn't go to waste. So, you know, all of that I just stuck here in my ephemera folder. So when I do start playing around with this journal, you know, all of that's in there together. Okay, put a little paper clip there, and there go a dolly. still can't say doily to save my life. And we're almost at the end, more journaling spot. And as I use it, you know, my goal is to write scriptures down, you know, place more Christian-based stuff in here, ephemera in here as I go along in my journal. And I hope the next one I create is even better. And there go another one of my tabs that we had to make. Again, there go my washi tape. I cut it down as part of the map and some of her digitals. There go a dictionary page. I use some of my distress inks around it. I use the back of that magazine. To me, when you're eating healthy, you're eating like a bird, I guess. So that's why I use that, the fruit and whatnot. But I also, excuse me, use some ledger page. There go again part of my cover, stickers, as you can see. Okay, now this right here was the little antique time, what did she call it? And I made 3 of those. The antique ribbon embellishment. This was one of the techniques that she taught us, so that's one of them. And I used a dryer sheet, a map, and a sticker. Love one another is what this one says, and it's a nice little journaling spot. And then this is another little journaling tuck, and this one has the map, a sticker, and a piece of fabric. And I had put some a book page back there and little pieces of a ledger, and used some distress ink on it as another little writing spot. Okay. I hope I'm not going too fast, but you know, again, I didn't want to make the video too long. Okay, this one is a flip out. I used part of my fabric here to decorate a dictionary page, a sticker, and this right here was actually a sticker too, but I put that there, a piece of trim. Then you open it. And then I put I glued on another ledger page to give me somewhere else to write. There go another one of my little antique embellishment on the tag. Julie calls it the antique ribbon embellishment. And on this, I used one of my stickers. I used, what do you call it? Mountain tape. You see, it's a little bit thicker, but I used some of my mountain tape to prop the sticker up on this one, because I wanted the bird to be above the, above the nest there. And this particular scripture or journaling prompt says, "My yoke is easy." And I thought that went perfect with the eggs that were within the nest. And then I used some more of that little batting that I got from Miss Pearl and the mountain tape to make my sticker prop up. And then I got my little journaling spot there. I got a tuck here, and then this was just an extra piece of a file folder that because I had cut down, and that's what I had left. So I said, well, I'll put a piece of my washi on there as well, and that's what I did, and made that into a journaling card. Okay, let's bring it back in the frame again, I hope. Okay, now go some more of my little trim. Okay, this here, I cannot remember which seller Keisha was selling this for, but this right here was a paper clip that she used, and it feels like epoxy, but it was a butterfly, and I love butterflies. So I had purchased that. I think it was like $1, and I had purchased that from off of one of Keisha Creation sales from one of the sellers on there. And then here goes my third antique ribbon embellishment. And for this particular journaling card, I used, again, the fabric. I used a piece of washi back there, then a sticker. Walk in the light is what this one says, because to me, this bird was walking, and it has his crown. So I thought this was a good one. So for that, and then I just attached it to this bag, and I may put a slit in this bag, or just leave it as is and just write on the bag, or you know, if I find another piece of embellishment, just put it on there. And this is the other half of that recipe book that I showed you over here. It's the other signature. No, in the beginning of the signature, excuse me. Some more of that tissue paper. The other half of that ledger paper. This here is another pocket, and how I decorated it. Okay, and y'all just bear with me. I'm sorry for moving so much, but I just want to make sure you can see everything. There go my sticker. What little piece of dry sheet I had left, I don't know if you can see that. And a piece of washi tape. And this right here in my first pocket, this is 3 pockets. There go a card, journaling card. There goes some more of that dry sheet. There goes some more of the cover. And then my sticker, it says Nest. Then I also used distress ink on there, and I collaged her papers together on here, along with a piece of a book page. And then just left the room to write, so that's one. Then I just made a little tab out of some paper that I had left. Here's another tab. This one says Bless. You see some sorry ribbon back here, sticker, and then I just collage. And I used some of the map, some of the book page, and some of Julie's digital on that one. And for that pocket, I used the maps. I'm going to be careful so I don't tear this one. And then this right here is an old vintage book page here that I used to make that pocket with. And that's a lesson that I just, I learned a few minutes ago. The importance of reinforcing those book pages, especially when they're that old. But it didn't seem like it was that fragile when I put it on there. Last but not least, in that third pocket, it's in my third card. This one says Restore. I didn't have my eyelets, so I couldn't punch like little holes, but I do have a hole puncher now, so I will go back later on and punch holes and just put some ribbon through there, or some sorry silk or something through there. But as you can tell, I'm getting tired. But we're almost done, I promise. Fabric, dryer sheet, and a sticker. And again, just use leftovers that I had for that. Okay, because I'm trying my best not to tear. There we go. But it's still a work in progress, but I'm liking it. I really am. I'm proud of myself for finishing this, because I'm gonna be honest. And I even put it in the group chat on Facebook. At first I felt so overwhelmed, like what have I gotten myself into? I am not gonna be able to finish this. But I just had to end up just stepping back and just breaking it down, because it was just, in the beginning, yes, it was too overwhelming for me because of all the written instruction on here. Even though she was giving it to us verbally every day, which I appreciated that, it still was a little overwhelming for me. But as time went on and I just broke it down to my level, it was okay. It was okay, and I enjoyed the process. So, you just have to find your comfort zone, your comfort level, and go from there. Okay, this is some more trim, that antique trim that I had left over. I think that was the last little bit of it. This right here was a scrap piece of lace that I had, and a flower that I had in my little scrap box. This right here, I'm not sure if that was one of Julie's tags or not, but it was in my little scrap box from things that I had cut up. So that's what I did, and I just put a stamp, not a stamp, I'm sorry. I put a sticker on there that says "You Are Loved," a little piece of washi, another bird cut out, and that's some more of that brown fabric that I used here to make a pocket up front. Then in the back, I even made myself a note, and guess what? Still haven't done it. Add a sticker. So I will take one of my stickers and put it there, but I've already used my distress ink to outline it. And this is an old antique envelope set that I got, again, off of Keisha's Creations during one of her sales. Instead of gluing it down, I attached it to the back of this to make it a little journaling spot. And this was the actual card that goes with this envelope. And it already was decorated and it fit the theme perfectly. So I didn't change anything. I just added my 3 elements. But it does say for a dear friend. And I just thought that was absolutely beautiful with the blue bird on there and on that pink tree. I just felt like it fit in perfectly with the theme of this journal. And it says on the inside, for all the special ways you have made a difference in my life, you'll always mean so very much to me. And I just thought that was beautiful. And this is actually by Hallmark. And again, use fabric, more fabric, dryer sheet, and a sticker there. So, and that was it. And then this right here is at the end of my journal. And I got these little bull clips. I think I got these from Keisha. I may be wrong on that, but I think I got it from Keisha as well. And then this is just the end. This is the back of it. And this right here is signature number 2. And that's my journal. This is my journal. I am so proud of my first little journal. Yes, I made mistakes along the way. Yes, there are mistakes in there. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for me, and I'm happy with it. So, again, this is my first video of the year. The first thing that, or a challenge that I have crafted this new year. So, I'm very happy with the process and the turnout of my journal. If you haven't already, please look for Dear Julie here on YouTube, because she does have a February challenge coming up. I don't know what it is yet, but give it a go. See how far you get with it. If you complete it, hey, wonderful. If you don't complete it, but at least you started, that's what counts. So at any rate, Julie, I enjoyed this challenge. I thank you for it, and I look forward to future challenges. All right, everyone, have a blessed day. Bye. Oh, and before I go, this fabric here I got from Rabbit Hill Fabrics on Etsy. She has a beautiful selection of fabrics. And again, her name, her shop name is Rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T, Hill, H-I-L-L, Fabrics, F-A-B-R-I-C-S. Check her out. She has some really nice fabrics. She gets it to you real fast. So I plan on making a journal cover out of this particular fabric in the future. But at any rate, everyone have a blessed day. It was great being back on here again. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.